Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you the developments shaping markets, capital access, and business decision-making across Jamaica and the region. Let's get into the stories that matter. Members of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association and the Jamaica Bankers Association have been meeting with the Ministry of Finance in an effort to secure a modification of recent tax package and a reduction of interest rates. The manufacturers and exporters say these changes are necessary because the tax package and the interest rate regime make the sector uncompetitive in both the domestic and export markets, which has resulted in large trade deficits. The trade deficit jumped to US $4.8 billion during the first 10 months of last year, when imports climbed by 1.4% to US $6.2 billion and exports tumbled by 8.1% to US $1.4 billion. They also say that the impact of the current war between the USA, Israel, and Iran on global oil prices will lead to a further increase in this deficit. The financial results of companies on the Jamaica Stock Exchange have been released. We look at three. Air conditioning distributor CAC 2000 is reporting a net loss of $176.2 million for the financial year ended October 31, 2025. This compares with a profit of $22.3 million the previous year. Revenue also declined sharply, falling from $1.2 billion to $753.5 billion. The company has attributed the downturn largely to heavy reliance on government contracts where payment cycles stretched beyond 300 days. While the projects were completed and invoices issued, delayed cash collections created liquidity pressure. Up next, the directors of Margaritaville Turks are reporting net profits of US $211,000 on revenues of US $1.6 million during the second quarter of last year, which ended on November 30. The directors say these revenues and profits were generated from the transportation of 242,768 passengers to the Grand Turk Cruise Center on 66 vessels. In our final look at financial results, Pan Jamaica Group Limited had consolidated net profits of $8.1 billion for the year ended December 31, 2025, a 33% increase over 2024. Net profit attributable to shareholders rose to $6.3 billion, up 18% year over year on revenues of $45 billion, reflecting a 13% increase over the prior year. In explaining the results, Pan Jamaica Group CEO and Vice Chairman Jeffrey Hall explained, 2025 tested corporate Jamaica. The big challenge that everyone's talking about when it comes to the earnings line is Hurricane Melissa. But in the background, there were also massive disruptions to the trading regime, geopolitics, inconsistent growth levels, and balance sheet tests, with some enterprises facing debt and liquidity issues, Hall noted. I continue his quote. I would say that Pan Jamaican Group went into the year with a strong business model designed to deal with shocks like this. It's diversified by business line, by geography, with strong market positioning and very experienced leadership throughout the management teams of all the companies within our group, end quote. For the trading period of March 5, 2026, the most actively traded securities were Edifoca Limited with 4,916,549 units, representing 22.88% of market sales activity. Trans Jamaica Highway Limited with 3,690,164 units, representing 17.17% of market sales activity. Atlantic Hardware and Plumbing Company Limited shares with 3,090,000 504 units, representing 14.38% of market sales activities. Investor activity remained concentrated in transportation, education, and construction plays, signaling continued interest in dividend-producing and strategic assets. Turning to the foreign exchange market, based on Bank of Jamaica data for March 5, 2026, Forex traders recorded significant activity with strong demand across major currencies. For the US dollar, trading margins reflected steady liquidity, with the US selling at $157.33 and buying at $155.77. For the Canadian dollar, moderate gains supported by $2.64 transaction spreads. The Canadian dollar sold for $111.92 and was bought for $114.56. For the British pound, continued volatility offered short-term trading opportunities of $2.88 in profits for the banks. The British pound sold for $206.61 and was bought for $209.49. These movements underscore the importance of cash flow timing and currency awareness for businesses managing import costs, debt servicing, or overseas exposure. For our credit report tip of the day, one of the biggest sources of tension in relationships is not money itself. It's how people think about money. Typically, couples fall into different categories. There's the saver, the investor, the spender, the risk taker, the security-focused planner. So for couples building a future together, the credit report becomes something bigger, a reflection of financial trust, discipline, and alignment. When reviewed intentionally, it answers three critical questions. Where are we now? Where do we want to go? And how do we get there together? Couples who use their credit report this way are not just managing debt, they are building a shared financial strategy. And that's where real financial growth begins. For our funded and focused feature, if you want your business to grow faster, you may eventually need funding. This is where technology can help you determine the right way to raise capital from investors or family members. AI can help you create investor pitch decks, prepare financial projections, research investors, organize documents that investors ask for, practice answering investor questions. For beginners, this AI support removes a lot of the intimidation around fundraising. And that's today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing clarity to capital markets and strategy. Until next time, stay informed, stay intentional, and keep building forward. See you soon.